I am here with the Convoy S6. This S6 is equipped with an SFT40 in 3000 Kelvin. This is running the 5 amp buck driver. I put this into shorty mode with one of the brass 18350 tubes that Convoy sells. I also opted for a metal switch. This one I decided to light up. Some of my metal switches I just leave without light. Some lights I just prefer like that, but I figured this one looked cool with that. Love the S6 with a shorty tube on it. Super compact pocket thrower. Something that I think every flashlight lover would appreciate. I already have more S6s on the way. I have the 8 amp buck driver version of this exact same one coming to do a side-by-side comparison out in the field. It's got a great look to it. You guys, that emitter on there, a little hard to capture sometimes. The SFT40 in here in 3000 Kelvin is awesome. Give you guys a look at that. Look at that color rendering. Such an awesome emitter for this light. This and the S2 Plus are some of my favorite 18650 lights and 18350 lights. You can put the screw-in clip that Convoy sells on here. You can fit other clips onto these. I did a review on this recently. This has a therm on it, which I also have a therm ready to go for this guy right here. So you can throw the therms on here and make these super tiny, which is great. As per usual, I took this on a walk after dinner around the neighborhood, and I was happy with what I saw. Checking out some tree lines, checking out some woodsy areas, some fields. For such a tiny light, this thing can throw. In here, I'm running what I'd say is recommended for this light. This is what I recommend. Convoy sells these on their website. The Vapcell M11 version 2.0. It's got a 10 amp discharge on it, which is really cool that 18350s are starting to become powerful like that and able to do that. I'm very satisfied with this light right here. The switches, I love the switches that Convoy makes. Show you guys how bright this can go. Look at that. It's like the sun. Surprisingly, for normal use, if you're not just trying to, burn test this thing and just run it like a hot rod and see how, just leave it on turbo, I'm getting about 50 to 55 seconds of 100% turbo on this before I see a thermal step down, which is pretty incredible for something this size. And it throws very well, as you'll see in the video. That is the other part of this video. It's got a nice warm tint. You can throw it in your pocket, throw it in a backpack. I love this size, and I see exactly why a lot of people are borderline obsessed with the S6. So I have more of these coming in. I want to get one with a 519A in it, see how that goes. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I just wanted to show you guys the look of this awesome host. So this was the Convoy S6 SFT40 3000 Kelvin with a 5 amp buck driver. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Hey guys, I am out here with the Convoy S6 with the SFT40 in 3000 Kelvin with a 5 amp buck driver. Right now we are in level 1, low. I'm going to go ahead and bump this up to level 2. There are some benches right there in front of me. They are 30 to 40 meters away. There's also a tree line past them that is 100 meters away. This light I've wanted for a while, so I went ahead and ordered the S6 in 2 different options. This is one of the other ones that I got. I love the SFT40 in warm tints like this, like 3000 Kelvin. It is quite awesome. I'm going to go ahead and bump this up to level 3. Level 3, we can start making out that tree line that is exactly 100 meters away. There are those benches. Some other trees to my left there. That's about 40 meters or so. Start making out that tree line. This emitter has a great fat hotspot with a good amount of spill. Not as much as, I'd say, something along the lines of like a XHP 70.3. That's going to have a lot more spill. But this has very, very usable spill, as most people know that do love this emitter. I feel like this emitter is genuinely loved. I'm a big fan of it. I plan on trying it in 5000. That is something I have not owned or tried yet. I'm going to go ahead and bump this up now to level 4, aka turbo. And now we can definitely make out that tree line at 100 meters. Phenomenal for this size of a light, especially when you put on an 18350 tube. That is what makes this light really cool to me. Right now I'm using it with the stock tube with a Molicel 18650 in there, but I do have 18350 tubes for it and some Vapcell M11s. If you're going to run this light, I highly suggest a Vapcell M11 2.0 cell. Just look at how pretty that beam is. It's high CRI. You can make out things well. It may not punch as hard as 5000 Kelvin and above, but it's more than usable for me, especially as a pocket flashlight. A lot of people debate between this and the SFT25R. I would say get the 25R if you're looking for more throw with some spill still. And this is more as, I'd say, a general purpose thrower, if we could call it that. But it's such a pretty beam coming out of that thing. Look at the color of that. Started to see a slight bit of thermal step down. I like to show you guys how dark it truly is out here. Dark and clear. Virginia night. Back to turbo. There's those benches. Such a lovely, lovely light coming out of this flashlight right now. I'm a big fan of the S6 host. I plan on getting this in pretty much every emitter that Convoy offers and doing reviews on them because it's just such a cool form factor. There's that tree hanging off right there. That's about 40 meters. Take maybe a little bit from that, maybe 35. A great light for scanning some tree lines, finding your way. Guys, thanks for watching. That was the Convoy S6 with the SFT40 3000 Kelvin with a 5 amp buck driver.